Welcome to my thoughts and feelings for Dark Souls with guns, Remnant 2. In a nutshell, that's what it is, I think. Um, just Dark Souls, but swap the sword for a gun. It's it's a good game. I did enjoy it. I found out about it. Let's say it was Monday night, and I seen like a review or something on it, and I didn't want to look too much into it after that. I thought, all right, it looks good, I'll get it. So I bought it on a Monday. I played it on a Tuesday. I stopped playing it probably by the Tuesday evening or night. What it was is it's a hell of a game as far as difficulty. Like I say, it's Dark Souls. I had started it up. I chose like the middle difficulty. I thought that I always go middle board, but like I said, I didn't really know what this game was, or that it was going to be as difficult as it was. So I went middle ground with it. And at first, I did enjoy it. I did think it was good. And then I had the online feature on, so people did join in. I was struggling a little bit before. One guy joined in and he was helping me out, and we were kicking ass and taking no names. He'd left at some point, and then I got to the first boss battle, and I don't know how anybody could do that by themselves. It was a hell of a bastard of a boss. So after a couple of attempts, I was like, right, I'm gonna have to change the difficulty. This is hella difficult. I can't do this, especially by myself. So I went to look to change the difficulty in the settings and whatnot, and it wasn't an option. So after a little bit googling, I found that you'd have to restart the whole game to change the difficulty. So alright, I'm enjoying it still. I'll strap in and do my thing. So I re-rolled the game. I didn't know that it wasn't linear too. I thought I was going to start at the start and do it all again. It turns out you can just sort of do the missions, because there's no real story. You can do the missions in any sort of order that you want. It's like choosing a world, and then you just do those missions and that level and defeat the enemies on that level, and then move on to the next one. So that was a little bit of a different experience. I didn't actually play Dark Souls for as much as I say this game was like it. So maybe that's the same in Dark Souls, I don't know. But so I re-rolled the game, and the level that you see now is where I start out to. And I began playing through this, and this was probably like the worst one to come second, because like the whole level was like a puzzle, and I was playing with two people online at one point, and they ended up leaving because there's like this chessboard, and nobody tells you really that this chessboard will dictate how the level is. So I was literally running around in circles with one guy, because we lost the other guy. One guy was watching me running around in circles trying to figure it out, not realising that the chessboard would change the level up. So that was a whole thing. So then I re-rolled again. I thought, right, I'm not getting anywhere with this. I've just bought this game, 35 quid. I'm going to put my all into it and try and enjoy it and give it my best shot. So I re-rolled again. And I was playing through by myself. Nobody joined me from the onlines, from the interwebs. So I was playing through, and by this point I was a little bit fatigued. I was thinking, "Right, this is really difficult, but I like a challenge." And I got to, it was like a plant level. I'll try and put it on the screen if I do. I'll crop this bit out. It was like a plant-based level, and I was playing through, and I got to, would you believe it, a boss, and I was running out of ammo with the boss like half health, and yeah, again it was not going well. So ultimately ended up giving up, because it seems like every game that comes out these days is just Dark Souls with swords, or Dark Souls with a lightsaber, and they all seem to follow the same sort of formula. I didn't even think Dark Souls was that popular of a game for everybody to copy the formula for it, the old secret formula. But yeah, every game that comes out these days seems to be like Dark Souls but slightly different. This on screen here is the first boss that gave me enough grief to change difficult and re-roll. Because I mean, how are you supposed to fight against this? especially by yourself, because he's firing shit. He's flinging the whole ground up at you. So he's throwing stuff at you, and you're dying so quick, and you ain't got enough time to heal in between moves because now he's charging. Like, it was really, really difficult. I just don't know how you're supposed to find enough time to shoot him, let alone defeat him. So it was a tricky thing. I suppose that this game is geared towards people that like these type of games, and they'll have great fun with it. But as a person that didn't know what they were getting into and doesn't really like the formula of Dark Souls and just being difficult for the sake of being difficult, it seems like there I go, down dusted. So yeah, I mean, I spent 35 quid on it and played it for less than 10 hours, and that's that now. You know, I chose the medic class. I didn't really know what class to go for, but the one that could heal you on a difficult game seemed like the one to go for. So that's what I did. But yeah, I don't know. It's Dark Souls with guns, and it's really difficult, and it is what it is, you know. But that will wrap this. This is my thoughts, feelings, opinions, and I guess kind of my timeline for how the game went down for me. But let me know your thoughts and feelings, and if you're enjoying it, and if you got on with it alright, and you enjoy these types of games, let me know in the comments below. Smack the like, smash a sub, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.